Innovation students.
On the first day of the week, we'll bring you the latest in local news and updates about what matters most important to us, the students.
Today is the last day of Women's History Month. As we finish out this month, we want to look at one more woman who fulfills the ideas of Ujima.
Once again, Ujima is the principle of the month, which means to build and maintain a community together. That is what the staff at Innovations envisions for the students here, to partake and be uplifted by a community that values creative expression, social responsibility, personal development, and scholastic excellence.
So for this week, we would like to play a short biographical video of Susan B. Anthony.
Susan B. Anthony was born at the time when women had few rights as individuals. Through her actions, she sought to make the world a better place for all people.
Thanks to Anthony's efforts, women would gain many of the freedoms that had been denied to them.
She was a great inspirational leader. She rallied hundreds of thousands of women.
Susan B. Anthony changed the course of history for women in the United States.
At the beginning of her career, of her dedication to women's rights, she was much despised.
Her arrest for voting in the 1872 presidential election and eventual trial paved the way for women's political rights.
One of the things she brought to the women's movement was a tremendous faith.
Susan B. Anthony was born in 1820 in Adams, Massachusetts. She was from a tight-knit Quaker family who believed in education.
In the Quaker meeting house, men and women spoke equally. And so Susan B. Anthony thought that that's the way it was everywhere.
The reality was most women were uneducated, could not own property, had few legal rights, and were subservient to men. And Susan B. Anthony wanted equal rights under the law for both sexes. Anthony met Elizabeth Cady Stanton, the architect of the first Women's Rights Convention in Seneca Falls, New York, and the duo teamed up.
They were responsible for every right we have as women today.
Stanton had the sort of intellectual vision. She had the way with words. And Anthony had from the beginning the vision of what it meant to build a movement.
It was 1872 that Anthony caused a national sensation when she voted in a presidential election illegally. Her trial had an all-male jury, and Anthony was not permitted to speak on her own defense.
The trial was rigged. Her vote didn't count, but she got great publicity value out of it.
Anthony was fined $100, which she never paid. She did, however, continue to spread the word on women's rights throughout the U.S. and Europe.
She appeared in front of every Congress from 1869 until 1906, the year she died.
Women were finally given the right to vote in 1920, 16 years after Susan B. Anthony died.
I think that every February 15th, women in this country should recognize that as Susan B. Anthony's birthday, and just for a second, say thank you.
In other announcements, April is Poetry Month, and the poetry team is seeking new members. See Mrs. Cortilla or one of the poetry team members if you are interested in joining.
Get ready for prom and fit into that dress. Come to Fit and Fine and work it out. Fit and Fine meets Wednesdays after school in room 302.
The prom will be held on Friday, June 6th. All student and senior fees must be paid prior to purchasing a prom ticket. See Ms. Oliver for details.
The Innovations Film Club has a new Instagram called IHS Phoenix. If you have photos from school trips or clubs after school that you want to see in the yearbook, send those photos to us at IHS Phoenix. And be sure to follow us to see some photos that the film club took around the school.
This year's Innovations Yearbook is almost ready to be submitted. If you want to make sure that all students are represented in the yearbook, join Student Council on Tuesdays and Thursdays to help develop the yearbook.
The iPad Band is looking for 5 individuals that would like to share their musical talent and interests. iPad Band meets Thursdays and Fridays, 2:30 to 5 p.m.
This list for potential June graduates is outside the registrar's office. If you are on that list, make an appointment with your registrar as soon as possible to be sure that you fulfill your graduation requirements.
Lastly, the IHS Phoenix basketball team plays in the championship finals this week. Come out to support the team. Go Phoenix! That's all we have for this week, so until next time,
Keep rising, Phoenix.